Good morning, students. Today's topic is the continuation of chapter number 3, Our Changing Earth, from Geography. And today I am going to discuss with you last two topics of this chapter. Number 1 is work of ice and number 2 is work of wind. Okay? So my dear student, as I told you in my previous explanation that two types of forces working inside the surface of the earth and outside the surface of the earth. So those forces which are working inside the earth is called or known as endogenic forces, which are responsible for the formation or the creation of volcanic eruption and earthquake activity. And those forces which are working on the surface of the earth is known as exogenic force, and these forces working outside the earth like wind, water and ice, and these three agents are responsible for the formation of different type of features on the surface of the earth, like formation of waterfall and floodplain, and also erosional and depositional activities by the ice and wind. Okay, so students, now I am going to discuss with you work of ice. Ice, it means you are all well known about the glaciers, iceberg and ice cap, which we can see on those regions of the world where temperature is very less or in minus degree. So students, their glaciers are found, and when these glaciers are moving from one place to another place, then these glaciers eroding the lower portion of the area where they are moving. And students, you know very well that glaciers are very bulky, very heavy and very big. That's why when these glaciers are moving from their own path to another direction, then they are busy in erosional activity, and they are eroding their lower portion, whatever present, like soil, part of ice, stones, and they are eroding all these materials and exposing the solid rock, whatever below from where they are moving. Okay, and students, sometimes these glaciers carving or cutting down the lower portion very deeply and creating a hollow type of structure. It means because they are very heavy and very big, and when they are moving, due to their load, due to their weight, they are carving a deep hollow type of structure on the surface of the earth. And during the time of summer season, and whenever temperature is high and ice of those regions started to melt down, then these melting ice and water started to collect in that hollow type of structure, and it is responsible for the creation and the formation of very beautiful freshwater lakes in the mountain regions of all over the world. Students, you can, I think, see this type of freshwater lake in regions of Uttarakhand, and maybe it was formed due to the erosional activities of the glaciers whenever they were moving. So students, thus the collection of melting ice, water in those hollow type of structure responsible for the forming of a very beautiful freshwater lakes in the regions of mountain. and this is the erosional activities of glacier. As I told you, glaciers are busy in both activity like erosional and depositional. Whatever I am discussing above, that is related to the erosional activities, and now I am going to discuss with you depositional activities of glacier. So students, when these glaciers are moving from one place to another place, then they are eroding all the material and also taken with them. And these materials, whatever eroded by glacier, deposited somewhere, like sand, like particles of rocks, and even snow. All these material deposited by the glacier on those places where they stopped, and now they are unable to move somewhere. So whatever material collected by somewhere, that deposition is known as glacial moraines. Okay. After that, your next topic is work of wind. So students, wind is also busy in depositional and erosional activity. So first of all, now I am going to discuss with you erosional activity by the wind. So students, you know very well that when winds are moving on a very open and big area, then we can see a very high speed and high velocity of wind moving from one region to another region. And in the desert area, this wind is moving at a very high speed and responsible for the formation of different type of creation in the desert area. So students, when these high speed or high velocity winds moving from one direction to another direction every day continuously, so this wind can carry with themselves some lightweight dust particles, pebbles, and small lightweight stone with it near the few meter, like 1 meter, 1.5 meter, and whatever dust particles, lightweight stones and rocks carried by the wind with themselves, that sand and dust particles is working like a sandpaper, and whatever rocks coming in their path, wind eroding the lower portion of the rock in the compare of top. As I told you above that wind can able to carry some dust particles and rocks, part of small, very small rock, and sand with themselves, and these materials working like a sand papers which is using in erosioning or eroding of something. So these wind eroding the lower portion of the rock in the compare of top, because wind cannot take with themselves these dust particles with themselves at a very high place. That's why this wind is eroding only the lower portion of the rock in the compare of top. And due to the continuous erosion of rock, after some time later we can say a mushroom type of rocks. So whatever creation caused by the moving wind from one area to another area in particular direction every day continuously in the desert, there wind carving a very beautiful mushroom types of rock. So students, this was the erosional activities of wind. And students, as you can see, I have drawn sand dunes and small hill type of structure. So students, as I told you that when wind is moving from one area to another area continuously and somewhere it is stopped or the wind velocity started to down because of coming of any kind of barrier or any kind of disturbance in the path of the movement of wind. That's why these wind started to fall down all the materials whatever taken by them in those places where they can face any kind of barrier. And students, you can see I have drawn a small hill type of structure, and this hill type of this small hill type of structure is created due to the movement of wind, and this is a kind of barrier or restriction or any problem which is coming in the path of the moving wind, and wind cannot cross this barrier with all the dust particles. That's why all the dust particles fall down by the wind here, and after some time later we can see here a small hill type of structure, and this hill type of structure is called or known as sand dunes, because we cannot say this structure is a hill because it is not made up by the rock, it is made by the collection of sand. That's why it is known as sand dunes, and this is the depositional activity by the wind. Okay, and whenever you can see these kind of sand dunes like here and here, this is a group of sand dunes in a very big area of the desert area. So when this kind of sand is deposited in large area, it is called a loess, and we can see loess in China. If you want, you can see collect data from anywhere and we can understand what is the loess. But students, in simple language we can see the group of sand dunes in a very large area in a desert is called or known as loess. So students, for today's that's all, and in my explanation I will discuss with you question and answer related to this topic. If you have any confusion or any doubt, then contact me. Thank you and have a nice day.